Welcome to the Marvelous Moms Club podcast. Discover yourself, break out of mediocrity, and become the mom you've always aspired to be. Here's your host, Kirsten Tyrell.
Hello, Marvelous Moms. How are you guys doing? Welcome to today's episode. It's Thursday. We've had a great week so far. It's been kind of a roller coaster week, right? Kind of emotional, but really good stuff too. I hope you've enjoyed every episode the way that I have. It's been emotional. Sometimes it's really hard to edit those episodes that get really deep and gritty, and I sit there and I sob all by myself listening, just like you guys probably do when you're finally listening to the episode. But I'm always so appreciative of the women who are brave enough to share their stories, to enlighten us and inspire us. It's just been great. So I hope you guys have enjoyed everything thus far. So today I'm sitting here actually at my desk editing tomorrow's episode and a couple other ones for next week because I'm amazing like that and already have next week just about ready to go. And so I was listening to the episode that you guys will actually hear tomorrow with Michelle Gornacek, and while I was doing so, I was just thinking about my kids and how much fun I have with my kids. And even last night talking to my husband, I was like, when I started a parenting podcast, it wasn't going to be parenting tips. It wasn't going to be parenting tricks or anything like that, because I do not have the authority to tell anybody how to be a marvelous mom. All I can do is give guides and things that have worked for me. And as many of you know, if you've listened to every episode, this didn't start out as a journey to interview all the time. It was going to mostly be me with the occasional interview. And it turned into this need to interview other moms because everybody has so many different perspectives to offer. So I've really enjoyed that. And because of that, I've noticed that I've gotten into this mode of just learning and sucking in information from everybody else. And I've lost a little bit of the mom that I am and the things that work for me and the things that I enjoy. And it's not that I'm trying to enforce these huge changes in our home and change my parenting style by any means. It's not that at all. But I feel like because I've been so busy doing this podcast and having so much fun doing it, that even my Target trips, you guys, I don't go to Target anymore. I went yesterday and I had to spend $150 because I haven't been to Target in a month. I mean, it's just crazy. I go nowhere anymore. I go to park days and everything with people in my church and enjoy getting out and seeing people like that. But my life went from being this huge social, just fun, and what can we do to get out of the house, to, oh, we don't need to go anywhere. We're just going to stay here. We have so much to do at home, and mommy has so much to work on. And so I haven't deprived my children by any means, but our mode of life has changed so much. And I found myself longing a little bit for that carefree freedom that comes along with not really having anything else to do except for be a mom. And, I've always had the luxury ever since we started having children that I could stay home with our kids. And that wasn't always a responsible luxury because for a little while we lived with my parents for 2.5 years. For a little while, a long time. And, I've always done a little bit here and there. I've always had a photography business, always contributed to our income in some way or another. And this last year has been really great because we've made that comfortable amount of money where I don't have to work, but I do because it's my break. And so I have had the luxury of being able to take my kids to Disneyland and just be very playful and not really have many cares. And I don't have to work if I don't want to. And even now doing the podcast, this isn't work for me. This is something I'm doing that I'm super passionate about. But I told my husband, I was like, something I've always prided myself on is going out and having fun with my kids and doing things with them that most people wouldn't find fun to do with their kids. And the part of the reason I stopped doing a lot of things is because I found that I was stressing myself out too much trying to keep up with my own expectation for my parenting, taking them to a farm during the fall time to go and pick a pumpkin and whatnot. And it ended up not being what I thought it was going to be. And it was these tiny little pumpkins that we painted or put stickers on, and dragging the kids away kicking and screaming because they didn't get to pick out a big pumpkin because it wasn't a real farm. It was just a pretend one. So, the moments like that where I just had to pull away and realized that I was causing myself a lot more stress than I was having fun. So now I feel like I'm ready to approach that again because I have all these tools in my tool belt that I've been learning from other moms, and I have a more realistic expectation of the type of mom that I am and what I am capable of. I mean, you guys, I take my 3 kids to Disneyland by myself all the time. I did that all the time last year. And I've done that for 2 years actually. Even while I was pregnant, I would take the 2 boys. When I had the baby, we were going there within as soon as she had the all clear, we were going there as soon as she was like maybe a month old or something, I was taking 3 kids by myself. And I thought, this will be so easy. I was wearing her and pushing the other kids in the stroller. And it truly, most of the time, was actually easier to go by myself than with another adult, because I knew like they just understood the structure better. They knew they had to stay by me. It was just easier to keep track of them for some reason. And then we hit that weird time where it was like, oh my gosh, everybody wants to walk around. Nobody wants to listen to me. And I got burned out. But I've always, always, always enjoyed doing things with my kids. They are my friends. They are my little buddies, and things are not as fun without them. Like everybody loves some me time, you know? Like I love going to the store by myself and not having to take my kids with me to Target every time. But I would actually prefer them to come with me and to not have to go places alone. And I have lots and lots of friends. I love doing things with my friends, but I have more fun taking Connor with me on like a grocery store run than going by myself. I don't know why that is. It's like, maybe I just don't know how to be alone. Maybe I've grown too dependent on my children, but I love that. I actually love that about me. And I think that's something that makes me marvelous, is that my fun is multiplied every time my kids are involved. I love teaching them things. I love seeing them experience things. It makes me feel like a kid again. And I truly feel like I'm on their level a lot of times, that I'm seeing things the way that they do. And I try and understand them. And I think having that like fun element with them has helped our relationship grow in so many other ways. You know, sitting down and having those like uncomfortable conversations, or just that they can trust me because they know how much I love them. And they know that I'm always going to have fun with them. I'm always going to like create an adventurous life for them. And that was another flaw with always having fun. I remember there was an article somebody shared, like, why kids shouldn't have fun all the time. And I was like, well, but having fun is so good. I started creating these like expectations for them, that when I would say, hey, we're going to go do something fun, they'd be like, are we going to go to Disneyland? We're going to go to SeaWorld? We're going to go to the zoo? And I was like, no, we're going to go to the park. Like, what are you talking about? And thankfully, things have shifted to where I actually do want to take them to do something exciting. They're like, I want to go to the park. I'm so excited. Which park are we going to? And so that's cool. Like, they don't have to have something marvelous and huge to have fun. But it is fun to do those things with them. And it's like, you know how it's like really uncomfortable to go out to eat by yourself? You just kind of feel weird. That's what having children, it kind of fills in that gap. Like, I don't ever have to do anything alone. If my husband's working or busy, I can take one of my kids, or I can take my kids and I don't have to sit at home. Like, my husband took the boys to Star Wars when it came out. It was just like their little boy thing, the guy trip. They went and saw it in IMAX 3D, blew their heads off. Like, it was so loud and so crazy. But I stayed home with Felicity, and I was so excited. We got all dolled up. We were going to go to Target and do a girl run at Target and just have fun together. And the car wouldn't start. So we ended up sitting at home and sitting in front of the computer and making a video, just the two of us. And I'm so glad I have that video, because forever I will always remember what it was like when she was that age. And we were just all cute and had fun together. So in my ramble, what I'm trying to say is that it's so fun to have these one-on-one dates with our kids. I love taking Connor to Disneyland one-on-one. I've never done it with Parker, but it's so fun to spend time with your kids at their level, and also just to make things super fun. And that's not saying like everything has to be exciting in a party. Appreciating the small moments and the quiet moments just as much as the big, huge, cool, adventurous moments. But also, what I want to say is, like, discover the type of parent you are, and if you feel comfortable with that. Like, for me, people maybe judge, like, she's always out doing stuff with her kids, or she's always trying to do something big. And I'm not doing it to please or show off to anybody. Like, when I go to Disneyland, it's not so I can be like, hey guys, let's take a selfie so we can post it on Instagram and everybody can see that we're at Disneyland again. No, I love going with them, and I love sharing in that like energy, and I love capturing that in photos so that they can remember that we did so many fun things together as a family. And I love that it makes me rely upon myself and makes them rely on me and know that I'm like there to take care of them. I feel like this is such a ramble fest right now, but I hope you guys are getting the gist of what I'm saying. It's different when I don't have somebody to converse with that keeps me honed in on what I'm talking about. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I feel this like pull back to my roots, so to speak, as a mother. I love having adventures with my kids. I'm so excited. We're going to take them to the safari park. We've had zoo passes for almost a year. They've almost expired. The end of this month, they expire. We have yet to go to the safari park. So I'm super excited to check that out. I'm the sister. I had younger siblings, and I was the sister who did like scavenger hunts and carnivals in the backyard. And I totally thought I would be that kind of parent, and I am. But I've noticed I have a lot less energy than I had when I was a teenager or a young child. So I've adapted those things, and I'm having as much fun with them as I'm capable of having right now. And that's something that I just wanted to claim as making me a marvelous mom, because I ask moms every day on the podcast what makes them marvelous. And for me, one of the things that I truly find to be a quality that I like about myself is that I can make everything adventurous, whether it's washing the dishes and cleaning the house. By the way, my kids help me clean the house now. Like the other day, Parker scrubbed the kitchen table for 15 minutes, and I've never seen that table shine that way. And Connor vacuumed, and they cleaned up, and it was like a fun thing. Like we all participated, and I figured out that it doesn't have to be this drudgery thing. We had so much fun together. So yay for that. It's happening. My kids are getting older, and we're doing things together. Yes. But yeah, I find adventure in everything. I love doing little scavenger hunts for them, little treasure hunts. And the reason I'm wanting to record this right now is just to kind of push myself to do that again, to pull away from like the getting through the day and scheduling the day and going back to a little more spontaneity in our life and having fun with them and engaging with them in the way that they enjoy and having fun and creating those adventures, whether they're big or they're small. So I guess to sum it up, life for me is an adventure, no matter if we're going to the park or we're going to Disneyland. And I love creating that excitement and that joy and happiness within my children's lives. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. I love seeing them learn. I love being their teacher. You guys will hear me talk to Michelle tomorrow, and she's been such an example to me about teaching my children and really honing in on their skills. And yeah, so I spent a lot of time in Target yesterday, which I will post tomorrow, picking out these wonderful things to help teach my children. And that's so fulfilling to me too. So I want to thank all the moms who've been on here talking to me, who've inspired me and uplifted me and pushed me to do better. And I hope that you guys have felt the same way. I hope that you're pushing through some of the things that have felt like that's just the way things are. Because I know I've talked to moms who think, well, isn't this just what I'm supposed to be doing? Just raising my kids? And it's like, yes, you are. But are you doing it as best as you possibly can? Are you just kind of hanging back, letting them watch TV all day? Or are you engaging, and are you doing the very, very best you can? And so all of the lessons that we're learning from everybody, I hope you're realizing your potential. And I hope that you've changed at least one thing that's maybe made you a little bit better, a little bit kinder, a little bit more patient with your kids. And I hope you're taking time to take care of yourself, just like Caroline talked about yesterday on the episode. That self-care is so important. If you don't take care of yourself, you have nothing to offer your family. So taking some time, relaxing, focusing, doing your miracle morning. Make sure you're reading Miracle Morning with us in the book club within the Facebook group, Marvelous Moms Club Facebook group. We are enjoying that book so much. And I, even just from our very first book club meeting, I pulled some information out of there that really helped me to grow as well. And here comes Parker. Oh, that's beautiful. See, and right now, Grandma's here taking care of the kids and enjoying teaching them, and that's another great tool. Don't think you have to do it yourself. You don't have all the knowledge. Let somebody else take over for a change.
It's flowers.
It is flowers. This is beautiful.
We're talking about flowers right now.
That is so fun. So these are like fake flowers stuck inside of a colander. That is so cute. I will post a picture. Normally, I don't welcome interruption. Wow. These are beautiful. I love it. Good job, you guys.
Grandma has a lot of flowers in garden.
Oh my goodness. Come on, you guys, let's go. All right, well, that about wraps it up for today. I just wanted to share that little revelation with you guys and what is going through my head. And I hope the rest of you will have a great day and enjoy the time that you have with your children. Have fun with them, play with them, and don't let a minute pass you by, and don't settle for mediocrity. You guys can do it. You are amazing moms, and I'm proud of each and every one of you and the amazing comments that I see within the group and on the website. So keep it up. I believe in you, and have fun with your kids. That's my motivation for you today. Get up and have fun and do something adventurous. Make the normal stuff an adventure. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow with Michelle Gornichek. Have a great day.